at the landfill?
No, we don't recycle. It's your job to do the recycling. We just take the waste that comes from your black bin. So anything that you decided that you don't want to recycle comes to us.
Does the company think recycling is important?
Yes, we do think it's very important.
Why?
There's a number of reasons why we think it's important. The first reason really is where the waste comes from. What's the materials that make things up? So things like your aluminium cans are made mainly from a rock called bauxite, which is mined in places like Australia and some of it even in rainforests. So it's the fact that the materials have got to be dug out of the ground to make the raw materials. Not only that, it's the energy that's used to produce them, and it's the transportation issues with bringing things from all over the world.
What is your job?
I'm the head teacher here. I'm John McNaney, I'm head teacher at St Peter's, and I've been the head here since the school opened in 1999, and we came here in 2003.
Do you recycle at St Peter's?
I do a little tiny bit myself, but I like to think we do quite a bit. I suppose the first thing I try and get people to do is not waste too much. So, for instance, in terms of recycling, I suppose one of the major things I'm conscious of is old computers. We're at the moment trying to sort out some of our old computers. We try and send some away where they might be useful if they're still usable. We try and take all the bits and pieces from the old ones, all the technicians do that. And obviously we're careful about, you know, some of it you can't dispose of very easily. I think it's hard to recycle some of the stuff. We've had real problems trying to get rid of fridges, like lots of people. But paper, yeah, lots of that going on. And I think there's a group collecting old mobile phones, and we try to do a bit of recycling. Probably could do more.
What company does your recycling?
I wish I knew. There's a whole series of them, I think. I know we were involved with Emerge at one point. I also know that some of our recycling was beginning to cost quite a lot, and there was a bit of a problem. I think one of the other problems we have in the building about recycling is if you store loads of paper in the building, it can become a fire hazard. So one of our issues is where to store things when you recycle them. So I don't know the names of all the companies, but we do have different companies involved.
Do you think it is important for the school to recycle?
I do. Yeah, all the new schools that are being built now, they try and build them with materials, many of which are recycled materials, if you like. I think it is. I mean, we try and recycle school uniforms, for instance, if people don't want them after they leave in year 11, if they've still got school uniforms like yours. We'll try and get them off people so that we can recycle. I do. I think it's really important that we try and use the resources that we've got and try and use them well.
Thank you for your time.
It's my pleasure, Carl. Thank you.
What is your job?
I'm an English teacher at St Peter's High School. I've only been here 10 weeks, so I've not been doing it very long, and it's my first year as a teacher.
Does your department recycle?
We do. We've got green recycling bins in the classroom, which eco commanders come round and collect. I think there's 2 boys in year 9 that do it, and they empty all their paper into the recycling bins outside.
Do you think it's important for school to recycle?
I definitely think it's important to recycle because we use so much paper and pens and plastic and wood and everything that we need to make sure that we're using it all the time, so that the school keeps money, and so that we know that we don't become wasteful just throwing it away.
Do you think everyone should be made to recycle?
I don't think made to recycle, but encouraged to recycle, because that way, you know, it can be a sort of a fun thing to do as well. You don't think it's a chore that you've got to do all the time. Thank you.
What's your job?
My job at St Peter's is the head of science. I'm in charge of the science department.
Do you recycle at St Peter's?
We do. We recycle paper and we recycle ink cartridges.
Do you know what materials you recycle?
As far as I'm aware, it's just the paper and the ink cartridges. There may be other stuff going on that I don't know about. I know the horticultural people will recycle the dead plants by composting.
What company does your recycling?
The co-op.
As head of science, why do you think it is important for the school to recycle?
One of the things that we teach students about in the science curriculum is how limited a lot of the Earth's resources are. And as a Catholic school, we believe that man has a responsibility towards protecting the Earth. So the two together, we need to be setting an example.
My job? I'm a deputy head teacher at St Peter's.
Do you recycle at St Peter's?
Do I recycle? Yes, I put all the paper that I don't need, any waste paper, in the green boxes provided by the recycling team.
Do you know what materials you recycle?
The materials, well, it's mainly paper, but from time to time we might have sort of like printer cartridges, that sort of thing, which are also disposed of in the right way.
What company does you recycle in?
That's the in-house recyclers. I don't know who actually collects the waste, but we have a team in school who collect all the paper and they sort that side of things out. It's sort of collected on a regular basis.
Do you think that it's important for the school to recycle?
Oh, absolutely. Everybody needs to recycle. I think we could do more of it. There's absolutely masses of material in school that need recycling, especially paper. There's absolutely tons of it which could, and I think we perhaps need a little bit more staff devoted to it. We've got Nathan and his team, but they are stretched and I think they need more support to do it.
Do you think that everyone should recycle?
Everybody should do that. The world would be a better place if they did.
Okay, here at Emerge we recycle CDs, CD cases, printer cartridges, computers, IT equipment, textiles, paper, cans, all sorts of things, batteries, and we pass them on to other people, sell them on, and then they actually do the actual recycling.
What is your job?
My job at Emerge is to work with 14 to 19-year-olds in an educational and a non-educational setting and to promote sustainability and work-related learning.
What makes you do this job?
I saw it advertised on the internet and I thought it looked like a brilliant job, and it was working with kids but not in schools, which is what I wanted to do.
What do you think of your job here?
So far, I've only been here 5 weeks, but I think it's brilliant.